travel to a faraway jungle to find the source, each having their own reasons. Welcome to the Tomb of Annihilation. So, it has been almost 2 weeks since the group of you set off to capture and interrogate Zeldara Cortez, along with the extra 8th and Syndra Sylvain. In that time, you managed to find the source of the plague currently sweeping the land. Thanks to the sacrifice of Calibrax, you escaped Zeldara's wrath after she freed herself, fleeing Baez Keep on board the Mermaid's Tail. You were then attacked at sea by pirates as you made your way to Chult, with many of you proving yourselves a fighting force to be reckoned with. You freed the pirate slaves and brought aboard all of the loot which Syndra ensured was safely locked away, only to meet Arameg, the dragon turtle, who spared your ship in exchange for half of said loot. Finally, you docked in Port Nyanzaru, where the Lady Syndra led you to the stately home of the merchant prince Wakanga Otamu. You made your way through the port, almost being knocked over by a 6-foot-tall lizard called a dinosaur. You are all now sitting around Wakanga's garden table, a refreshing cup of mint tea in hand. The weather here is hot, humid, almost stiflingly so. The sun is on its way down, and even as evening approaches, the heat is still warm. The baking clay underfoot seems to steam in the heat, and it's only slightly better in the shade. The Lady Syndra turns to you all. My friends, I need to have a chat with Wakanga about the information we came across. In the meantime, I managed to discover a few things during the aftermath of the pirate attack. Firstly, she reaches behind her and beckons. 2 of the sailors from the journey step forward and hand each of you a small but heavy leather pouch. Your share of the spoils. You'll find 200 gold pieces each and a handful of small gems to the value of 200 gold. I understand that some of you might want to brush up on your training before we've had a chance to embark on our journey into the jungle, so this should help pay for that. I also took the liberty of identifying the items we found and have decided to gift them to you. Another sailor steps forward and places the items on the table. The first one she pushes across, the Wizard's Spellbook. I have deactivated the wardings on both covers. Next she touches a small ring, a used ring of sacrifice. Unfortunately, you'll have to supply your own diamond, as Arameg took the only one the pirates had. A Dagger of Heroism, and scale mail armor of the Mariner. And with that, she pushes her chair back and stands from the table to join Wakanga, who is waiting at the other end of the table with her, his elbow out. She glides across the floor and moves next to him, takes his elbow in her hand. They look into each other's eyes and smile and begin to walk off down the garden path. A little bit of chit-chat in the distance as they walk away. Right, I have added the magic items to the vault section of the chat.
Is there anything that anybody wants? Do we have a
I would like to keep the book, if possible.
I think that's the most logical option.
Yeah.
And I personally have no claim for any of the other items. So you can split it up how you please.
Oh, I see. The Dagger of Heroism is a short sword.
Oh, it's a short sword.
It is a short sword. It is.
Oh, I thought it was an actual dagger.
It is. So,
Wait,
It is
am I'm the only person who can attune to it.
it is an
So,
actual dagger, but it uses the stats of a short sword, and you automatically gain the proficiency with short sword when you have attuned to it.
Oh.
So it's not just a normal dagger. It's a long, it's like a sea axe hunting knife, which has got like a long 12-inch blade on it.
Ooh.
If you have
may I take a look at it?
Be my guess.
Come on, go ahead.
I will grab it. I'm just gonna like run my finger along like the flat of the blade. Quite a remarkable item. I'd be interested to learn what its properties are, and also if I could decode this magical word for use on other items we may need. So if none of you mind, may I claim this dagger? I'm not particularly equipped to handle close quarters combat just yet.
It's okay for me.
Yeah.
Can you all see the magic item description, that the link that I provided?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
What I want to know is how do we add those items to our inventory in D&D Beyond?
So you go
Manage inventory, add items, and then type them in, I imagine.
correct. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Thank you.
With the wizard spellbook, if you choose to copy them into your own spellbook, then there is no maximum amount of spells that you can have on a wizard's known spells. So that's quite easy.
But I'm afraid that will take some time and money that I don't have at the moment.
Yeah. Or what you can do is you can just keep the two spellbooks. It's listed. You just add the name of the spellbook into your equipment, and it will automatically add the spells into your inventory, into your spells inventory. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You just got 400 gold, to be fair.
Are the gems worth 200 also?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That will prove useful. Thank you.
And that would get you all 7 spells in for 50 GP each.
Yeah, I also want the party to have access to the identify spells, so I will buy with that gold apparel, probably.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that takes all your gold.
Yep.
What about your training?
Yeah, we had to pay for that also.
Yep.
How much is that again? Remind me?
Well,
The calculation is in the
There we go. Yes. 10
introduction
to 50 GP per level.
per day of the person training you.
Mhm.
So, the wizard spellbook we know who's taking. The Dagger of Heroism, who's got that?
I've got that.
The Ring of Sacrifice.
I will say our barbarian to take it, maybe.
Excuse you?
What?
Excuse you?
It's not a barbarian. Yeah,
Excuse you?
it's a paladin, correct? Yeah. Sorry.
We have a paladin and we have a fighter. Which one are you referring to?
Man, probably one of the only classes we don't have in the party. Sorry.
Yeah.
I actually thought that we were going to give it to Lady Syndra so she wouldn't accidentally die at one point.
She's more powerful than us. Like,
That's true, but if she dies, it's really, really harrowing. Because we are sort of like dependent on her. I know we don't have a 5,000 gem to put into it, but
She might find one.
yeah, she's resourceful, isn't she?
She is resourceful, but she's given it to you, don't forget. She's gifted the party all of these items. You have to assume that she doesn't need it if she hasn't taken it herself.
If no one else wants it, I can keep it safe for us until we have a use for it.
That should be.
I'll definitely trust the elf with that. Yeah.
And then when we know we have a need for it and we can reactivate it, we can have this discussion again.
Yeah, well, without a diamond, it's pretty much useless anyways.
True. Yeah, it will basically it will cost £5,000 gold every time it's used. £5,000.
I see where the conversion comes from.
I knew there could be some kind of monetary commitment, but that's ridiculous.
Well, if you think about it, from what you saw, how it works is once it shatters, instead of falling over dead, you actually heal straight up to full HP.
No, I meant in reference to using pounds.
Oh, sorry. That is ridiculous. I agree.
Well, I'd say it's pretty accurate.
Are you supposed to be able to equip these sort of things?
You can, yes. Everything that you've got, you can equip. The ring
It requires subscription, it says.
Is it not? It should be shared with you.
It doesn't say that you heal. It says that you just drop to 1 hit point, so it's 5,000 diamonds for the half-orc racial ability.
Hold on. Does it not say you heal? Did I leave that out?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
assuming so.
It says instead the wearer drops to 1 hit point.
I will change that when I get a chance. And then the armor of the mariner. It is scale mail armor.
Is there anybody who can get a use from this?
I mean, I can, but I don't think I am the correct person to use it.
You're probably the only person to use it.
Wait, really?
I don't see anybody else wearing medium armor. Unless
Definitely not.
I have the possibility to wear it, but I find it a bit too warm in this climate to wear.
This is true.
Will I have any knowledge of how will the weather conditions affect a person wearing medium armor?
Yes, you do. So it all boils down to exertion. If you're wearing medium armor, you suffer penalties when you're making your saving throws, your Constitution saving throws.
In order, Constitution saving throws in order to be good in the weather.
So during the weather, no, but in the jungle, let me just go down quickly. So exhaustion. If you travel all day through the jungle and you miss a rest and travel the next day, you will incur exhaustion. You will be exhausted traveling for so long, and you would then need to make a Constitution saving throw, or you would suffer a point of exhaustion. If you're wearing medium or heavy armor, that DC saving throw goes up much higher. It starts off at 10, and the longer you travel with heavy armor and the more dehydrated you are, the more penalties you suffer. So basically, if you're wearing heavy armor or medium armor in the jungle and you're not drinking enough food or water, and you're traveling too much, you will start to incur a number of points of exhaustion. I think it's 6 levels of exhaustion, you die automatically.
Yeah, that's correct.
And already before that, it gets very...
One level is
encumbering.
fine. I think you suffered disadvantage on saving throws. Level 2 is disadvantage on every roll or something silly.
Level 1 is ability checks. Level 3 levels is saving throws.
Yeah.
It's pretty, it's fuck up. It's a little bit fuck up.
And 2 is the speed? Or?
I don't know, real actually.
I think 2 is half speed. But it might be 3.
So, in character, okay? I already wear armor, and I think that we may find more use on this thing for the entire party if we maybe sell it and keep the funds. Yes. So, to whatever may come in the future.
Selling it here isn't a bad idea. We're at a port.
Do you think it's gonna cost a lot, though?
Well,
I mean, maybe not sell it yet, because it's a gift we've just been gifted. If Lady Syndra goes to the markets and finds that we just flocked it off, don't you think she would be a little bit annoyed with us? I mean, if it is a gift from the lady, obviously.
I will trust Lady Sylvain to be a very pragmatic person. If we find more use in this thing selling it, I don't think she will have a problem with that. But we could ask, always.
I do not think she cherishes it so deeply.
Especially considering what we came here to do.
Indeed.
Whatever helps the mission, I would say.
Maybe we can use the money to get some supplies.
I think
And-
that's best.
And maybe for hiring a guide.
Ah, yes, there is that.
Finding a place to sell a magic item will not be easy, though. We maybe have a chance with Wakanga, considering that he's a market prince. Maybe even if he doesn't know, if he doesn't buy magic items, he will know of someone who does.
It's worth a shot.
Okay, so as you're busy discussing this, in the distance, you see Syndra and Wakanga slowly returning from the far end of the garden. They're both laughing together like old friends. Syndra has a wistful smile plastered on her face, and Wakanga almost playful features as if he has been teasing her. The old friends return to the table and take their seats. Wakanga turns to face with you. So, Syndra tells me that you need a place to train. This is good. We have several resources here in Port Nyanzaru that I can point you to. If you are looking for skills and training at arms, I can introduce you to Ekeni Afa, who is not only one of the rulers of our bountiful city, but also a champion of the arena. She owns the pits, the arena, and has won many contests herself as a gladiator. We have temples that will gladly assist you in your training if you need, and will also allow you to devote your time to your gods if this is what you are looking for. And for those who are requiring more subtle training, in the arts of striking swiftly and silently, I can introduce you to Jessamine. She is another of our rulers and she runs the guild. She can assist you. And for those who require the training in the arcane or the mystic arts, you can visit the 2 estates besides mine. Just next door, yeah? While you are staying and training, may I suggest that you find yourself some accommodation? We have 2 excellent choices. There is Kaya's House of Repose. It is an elegant and tasteful experience, nah? For those of you who are looking for a relaxing time here. Or Or, of course, you can go to the Thundering Lizard. It is a well-known bar and sleep house where many travelers choose to stay and drink the night away. Just don't feed the dinosaurs after a long evening, yeah? You might lose more than just your hand. Ha! I suggest we meet in 4 or 5 days. We have important business to discuss relating to your expedition. And I also have a task for all of you. In the meantime, Numsi here will assist you with the introductions. Show you around the city before you settle in, huh? And with that, he turns to Syndra, places a hand on hers, and says, "Shall we?" She looks at him and nods, and slowly they both stand and move away. Wakanda gives a slight bow to you. 4 days! He smiles and heads off with Syndra to walk the gardens again. A little man moves towards you. He's about 5'4". He's dressed all in white cotton 3/4 pants, and a white cotton shirt which is laced up halfway up the front with flamboyant sleeves on it. And he's wearing sandals. Hello? He rubs his hands a little bit. He looks very nervous. My name is Numsi. I will be taking you around the city. Let me explain these things to you, huh? And he pulls out a map of the city. And I refer you to Port Nyanzaru, the map. You are currently based, bearing in mind the map is north is facing to the right, so west is at the top of the map. In the southwest corner, there is a little token. You are currently in the quarter by the walls above Malar's throat, which is, if you can see. Is everyone okay with where we are?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Mhm.
I'd be happy to show you around. It is my job. Where can I take you? Where would you like to go, huh?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Namsi, but Port Nyanzaru is the only city in all of Chult, correct?
Well, it depends how old you take Chult to be, but no, there are many cities here, but lots of them are either lost to the jungle or uninhabited. We have a number of famous places, old and some new.
Oh, there's a reason that they call Mesro the lost city rather than the new city.
Oh, you have heard of the famous city of Mesro, yeah? It is apparently in ruins. Some people say that this is just a fallacy, an illusion that the real city has moved to another plane. But only the inhabitants of Mesro can tell you for sure if you ever find them.
Well, I wouldn't say no to it all, most certainly.
Yes, indeed. It is also said there is a lot of jewels there too, and the people are rich in culture.
I think we can trust you to show us around. You certainly know this place better than we do.
Oh, brilliant. So, I will take you around the city and I will show you a little bit. If you would like to follow with me, please. Come.
While you take us around, could you show us to a place where we could sell a magic item?
Oh, yes, of course I can do something like this. Let me just look and see who is one of the people that you can speak to for selling these things. We might be going to the Grand Souk. In fact, you can see the big tents below us right now. I'm sure I can find you and get you good price, yeah?
Thank you.
So, what is going to be easier for me to show you around the map? So, he leads you out into this little area So this is Wakanga's domain over here. These are the estates that he owns. Yeah, you have the arcane school and the magic schools on either side over here. This is where Wakanga is the only magic caster who is one of the princes that runs the city. So he controls all the magic that comes in. We will go to one of his shops and you can then see if you can get some money for this item that you are looking to sell. Below you will see the Grand Souk. Let me just grab this area over here. Yeah, this is a fantastic area. You can come here and you can buy spices, you can buy trinkets, and you can buy items. If you want to take something for a loved one home, they sell wonderful little wooden carvings and spirit carvings, and even normal stuff like, rope, hooks. You might need like a tent if you are going into the jungle, or rain catchers. Yeah, these sorts of things you can find in this area down here. And he leads you across the bridge and he takes you. This is the Golden Palace. This is where all of the princes and the merchant princes sit. This is where the council comes and they make all of their important meetings. Yeah, the big estates you can see over here, these all belong to the merchants. They own all of these houses. Yeah. And this is where they reside and they train, particularly one or two. I believe Wakanga said I must let you know that Jessamine is the one over here on the X. We'll visit her if you need anything for training. Yeah, if you want like stealthy stuff, if some of you are like hit and run people. Yeah, okay. The other one was Ekeni Afa. She is the big house over here and she runs the arena. If you are looking to do some training in weapons, she can help you over there. Yeah. And of course then we have got some temples. We have got a wonderful city with lots of beautiful temples, and he leads you down past the major temple over here. This temple is the Savras Temple. It is for the god of luck. If any of you are adventurers and you are looking for a blessing before you go out, this is great. And down below there is another temple over there, and on the island in the background there is a temple down there. This is also the merchant's ward. There are lots of, I don't want to say the word rich, but definitely the people who live around in these houses, they do not starve, yeah? He then takes you down a staircase over here. And this is the royal dock. This is obviously where your boat is parked, yeah? And this is the harbor master. And if you are getting into trouble, the fort, you will be taken inside over there. And in the center of the harbor is a big statue of the king. Long ago we had royalty, royal family. They used to run Chult. Now there are one or two people that have got royal blood, but they are in hiding, The politics is a little bit frayed. So we welcome for the royal family to come again, but until they are found or they come with a lot of political backing, I fear that some assassins might be looking for them. But let us carry on.
Why did they run away in the first place?
Oh, there is a big uprising. The jungle claimed some of the cities and the gods were not too happy with some of the residents. We're talking 300 years ago. It is well before my time. Perhaps some of the jungle elves will be able to give you some hard facts, but yeah.
Who runs this place now?
The city itself here is run by the 7 merchant princes and princesses. They are various nobles, I think you call them in your lands. You know, Ekeni Afa, she was a gladiator. She made lots of money in the arena and then bought it, and she bought her seat on the council. So she too is a princess. She gets a say. All the city is governed by 7 people. Yeah, Wakanga is, like I said, one of those people. He's the chairman. So it is good that you know him. It's good for me that I work for him too. He leads you down past the pink area, which he explains is the docks and the sorry, not the docks. It's the warehouse district. So all of the ships will unload their cargo, and this is where everything is stored before it's shipped out across Chult. So the arena is just down over here. If you are looking for fresh fish, we come over here, and if you are looking for fresh meat or some other foods, then you can come down over here. This is meat. This is a tiger or a dinosaur. This is the Grand Bazaar. This one over here. As he takes you through, he comes down through here, the fish market, which isn't too busy, but as he gets to the Grand Bazaar, then you can actually start to hear how busy everything is. People are shouting, there are hawkers. Let's just make it a little bit louder. Get some atmosphere going. There we go. And either side, the 2 places that were mentioned, you have the Thundering Lizard, which is outlined in blue, and you have Kaya's House of Repose, which is outlined in orange, below the market ward. Both places just off the bazaar.
And these for places of living?
Which places?
The ones you just mentioned, or what were they?
These are the inns, the establishments where you can stay while you are training. And finally, where is it? I've been using red for this. Yeah, okay. And then this is our grand temple in the top over there. This is where the most famous religion, you know, all of the gods, they all believe in the Chultans. So this is where all of the people, they come to worship. And of course, if you are looking for a bath, you want to clean yourself, we have got public bathhouses over here. It is not cheap though, yeah? To be clean in this place is a tidy sum of money, yeah. And if you're looking for some clothes and some coloration and whatnot, or some flags, or if you want some costumes, you come down here, ne? Which is where the dye works is, you know, the Chultans. You look around, all of the houses have got like canvas canopies, they're all brightly coloured. Everyone's clothing is very much shades of bright colours, yellows, greens, blues, reds. So the dye works is a very, very popular place that employs people and makes a lot of money. What have I left out? I think that is everything there.
Quite
Shop
complete.
item.
You have a incredible city in Port Nyanzaru, Namsi.
Ah, thank you very much. It is not too bad, yeah? It is bigger than what I've seen before. This is like a wonderful place to live and stay, but just keep inside the city walls. If you venture out, you might not keep all of your clothes, you know.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Or your money, because they take your money first and then they take your clothes when you are dead. So,
I don't think they'd want these rags.
right. So, where to? Who wants to go where? Where can I take you? I overheard that you needed your training. Is this right?
That's correct. We also wanted to sell our
Ah, yeah, the armor. Yeah, you were
Yes.
saying you wanted to sell this.
Yes.
Okay. So he leads you up to the red souk, the big array of tents which is up at the top. And walks through one or two stalls. Where is my drawing tool? So
Sorry, could I just clarify because I'm taking notes? The purple area was in the south.
Clothing.
Oh, clothing. Thank you.
mm,
There we go. So I can now take screenshots of the entire map as well, and then put it in my summary. Thank you.
Thank you, and I think very much because I cannot take notes today, so you are making me a huge favor.
excellent.
Provided that it actually saves the fucking pictures. I'm having trouble with Viaso today, so.
So, in our way to the shops, I would like to ask Nancy, what are those buildings outside the walls of the city? Those areas.
Ah, yes. So the place that is called Mala's Throat is mainly slums. There is a temple inside there, you know. The Teriyaki Anchorage is where they keep the dinosaurs and they train them for their running. And of course, there are some laborers down that side. You know, you got your people that make the boats, your blacksmiths, the people that work with iron and metals, people that work with the baskets and the weaving and stuff like this. And of course, there is some docks if you are looking to go down the river. You know, you can get a canoe and you can make your berth off the side of the dock over there. Yeah. And then the top, if you take a look at the map that I gave you, on the top of the map, that is the old city. There is we call the palace the three big temples over there, the beggar's palace, and there is a long pit. If you fall afoul of the law, then if you are given a death sentence, you are given the choice of running the executioner's run, or fighting against some of these dinosaurs to prove your innocence.
How often does their innocence get proven, typically?
Well, everybody gets a chance to prove innocence every day, you know, but how many times do they get proved innocent? It's not that many.
Thank you very much. Wonderful city indeed. Yeah.
Do you need a map with some notation on it?
If you wouldn't mind.
I have one now. If we need it.
Working mood.
like the entire map as it is right now with your scribbles on it, I have that copied. Yeah.
How about this one in the main chat?
Oh, that's great. Thank you. That's much. Oh, that's the. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I didn't have to write it all down manually. Oh, that's great. Thank you.
I'm going to go and buy some chalk and some salt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need. Then I'm going training because I need a quiet room and an Athenaeum.
Maybe we sell this first. That way we have more knowledge of how much money do we have available to buy things.
Okay.
I don't require a great deal of salt and chalk.
So
Okay.
you make your way to the Red Souk, which is the big tents below Wakanga's estate over there. Numsi takes you up to one of the stalls. What's up, brah? Dagu beta wena. Hey, Numsi. Whakalapag dem ne. Hi, kona. Mundu ako. Hey, yo, you. Dizi. Yeah. Okay. And he turns to you and he says, "Yeah, please. if you want to show the items to this man, he works for one of Wakanga's shops, so he can evaluate the price. What are you looking to sell?
I'll hold up the scale mail.
Just the one item.
Just this one.
Oh.
Unless anybody else has anything they want to sell.
No.
Okay.
That'll be all.
This wonderful item will make it so anyone who wears it does not drown easily in the water. It can prove really useful. I'm sure we can make a good price for it, correct?
He reaches his arms out. He's a short, squat, albino, dwarven-looking fellow. He's got white skin, white hair tied up into a bun at the back of his head. His beard is plaited down to his belly button. He's got a big belly button, and he reaches his arms out, muscles bulging. It looks like he's asking to have a look at the armor.
I'll hand it over to him.
Nkosi, yes, takes out a little spyglass and Izapa wena bra, yeah. And someone comes out to the curtain from behind. Ooh, Both of them start inspecting the armor, looking it around. He looks up at you. 100 gold.
120. Not a gold lass.
Isikit I kona wena yeah. Yeah, bogoko. Okay. 110. 110.
115.
The little dwarf looks up at you. Okay, brah, you got a DL. And he reaches out his hand to shake yours.
Can I get a sense if they had us?
If they have what?
They
If
just
there's-
fucking robbed us blind.
If they have tricked you, so inside, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, you want to make an insight check?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I just want to know if they took advantage of us.
Oh, well, yeah, roll an insight check. Oh, look at that, I can see the 17. Or was that...
Blurred as fuck, but you can, yeah.
It says that it gets better the more we roll, so eventually it will become sharper.
Oh,
So that was an 18, but it doesn't show in the chat.
That's...
I mean 17 plus 1.
Yeah. So, the guy looks like, number one, they've inspected it quite well, and it doesn't look like he's giving you a run for your money. It looks like it's actually quite a fair price.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
That's how you haggle in D&D.
He reaches behind him, and the little guy who was talking to him has come back and has given him a pouch after you hear a clinking of coins inside. Gives him the pouch, and he hands the pouch over to you. Nkosi kakulu, bra. You have good time. Thank you. And then he takes the scale mail armor, which is almost as big as he is, turns around and walks into the back with it.
Well then, I was hoping we could get 120 so we could split it 6 ways, but... Well, now everyone gets 59 gold and one person gets 1 extra.
59.
Not 59. 19.
19.
19, one person gets gold extra. I can do maths.
You can today.
I'll note down 59 extra gold.
I will say you get the extra goal because of your negotiation.
Shan't say no.
Good. Right. Did you want to negotiate to buy some other stuff, James?
I need to buy some chalk and some salt. And also a small patch of canine fur. Don't ask me why.
Why do you need all this?
That is quite specific, but okay. So Numsi leads you through the bazaar to the other end. Negotiates a little bit. He turns around and he says, 2 silver pieces for this, and this man here will cut the hair of his dog and he'll give it to you for free, yeah?
Well, I can't say no to a deal like that.
Okay. What else? What else can I help you with?
The thing is, I would like to buy that pearl, but I don't want to get. Is there any way we can know how it's gonna cost us in advance to level up?
Yes.
Yes.
We can also come back here before we leave for the jungle.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Yeah.
You could.
Okay.
I mean, you can go and visit the people that you need to level up now and find out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I just need to come here. I will only need to come here before we leave. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing as soon as I got this salt chalk and this poor dog's fur.
Yeah.
If I find you with scissors standing over me when I sleep, I'm gonna smack you, okay?
It's a dog, not a feline. Trust me. It's
I know.
very specific.
So
For some sort of summoning.
Before noon,
It's better you don't know.
So let's see who needs what.
Since Nunset told me about several different temples, but he didn't tell me where they he didn't say who they were worshipping. I would want to ask him about who they worship at the different temples.
I think you can see that on the map, actually.
The names are on the map, yes, but why don't you roll? Do you want to roll a religion check?
Sure. There we go.
Let me just do this.
Not my strongest suit. Let's see what they're. Oh, nice.
There we go. I added the party to the map so that it would appear. Okay, so the Temple of Savaras, which is the first one that you passed in the center of the merchant's ward on the raised platform, is Savras is a deity of wizards, fortune tellers, diviners, and those who unfailingly speak the truth. The temple below that, down the stairs, that is the Temple of Gond. And this is a temple devoted to artisans, craftspeople, smiths, ivory carvers, and hydro engineers. The temple that is isolated on the rocky area, that is the Temple of Soon. And this is only reachable from the elevated area.
Yeah.
Soon is a temple for the ocean, the windfarers, and the sea and lakes. Then the last one was the Hall of Gold. Now, the Hall of Gold is a temple to Waukeen. It's called the Hall of Gold because there's a huge golden roof that is mounted on the top. And this is a temple to singers, dancers, entertainers, as well as wine and zest for life. It is basically a a temple to entertainment.
And he also pointed out the one in the molar throat.
Yes, and then the final temple in Mal's throat, which I did not circle, my bad. That is a temple of Timora. And Timora is a temple for those who are after luck. It's a temple to protect the downtrodden and Lady Luck herself.
Okay, cool.
I like the city.
Yeah, it's cool temples.
It's pleasant.
Huge.
So Savaras was wizards, fortune tellers, and then you called it something else. I very slow writer.
Diviners. Those who also always speak the truth.
I'll be going there then. So once I have my salt and my chalk and the dog's fur, I'm going to head up to Wakanga's school.
Okay.
Because I need a library and I need some peace and quiet.
Alright. Cool.
Same thing, I suppose. If Lady Sylvain is available, I would also like to train with her, I suppose.
So, you're going to head up to Wakanga's area as well. So, Marius and Vargo will be going to Wakanga's.
So will I.
And Valris.
Yes.
Lunan.
I will go to Savras Temple.
Okay. And Dusted Coal.
See, that's the conundrum, I think. I don't know if I have to go to the dinosaur pens or if I have to go to the pits.
Ah, yeah, no, you will go to the pits, to the arena.
Yeah.
Yep. And finally, the conundrum that is Yarlena.
I don't know where to go.
I mean, but for third level, I guess you want to strengthen your oath. That's the contextual
Paladin.
thing.
Yeah. I
So
no idea. I don't think my dog is
Carolina, you can do this. Be a bard. You can take a look.
another class. Oh, yeah.
be every class. And big rogue, because we don't have a rogue
Just
either.
go into the Hall of Gold and steal some stuff. Sing to people.
Oh boy.
I would,
Yeah.
if you're gonna train in Paladin, then it makes sense that you do the arena as well.
The arena. Okay.
Yeah, because you know, you bear in mind for the priest side of things, the lay on hands is a gift from the gods. So
That's true. It is mostly. Yeah, he'll be.
I would also be eternally grateful not running around here alone as a tabaxi.
Fine, I'm on top of a roof. They can't catch you. You're faster than any of us.
Nice, we got a cat for the pits.
indeed.
That's actually something I forgot to ask,
Mm-hmm.
or I might have missed. The races around walking on the streets,
So
are they mainly human, elfin,
the
mixture?
The majority of the
Any
people that you
kind?
see, are dark-skinned humans. You can see a couple of pointy ears amongst the people, so elves and half-elves, but they don't seem as apparent. You have actually spotted a couple of tabaxi.
Escaped from the pits.
The tabaxi actually seem more frequent than half-elves. And interestingly, there are some dwarves, but not very many of them are the normal dwarves you see. A lot of them seem to be albino.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Another question, and at some time I suppose I will ask Nancy, how is the state of slaves and slavery in Port Nyanzaru?
So, you could make an insight check if you wanted. Actually,
okay.
a perception check. Make a perception check.
Wow.
So, looking around, you don't actually see any slaves. It doesn't, from what you know, there's no people that are manacled and working under chains. There are a lot of laborers, but it doesn't appear to be a lot of slavery around here.
Okay, I like this place.
Right, 1 second. Okay. So James, we will have to, at the end of training and everything, we'll discuss.
Want to let you know, just in case.
Yeah. So first things first, then. Yelena and Dusted Coal, you head off to the arena. While you're skirting around, Numsi will take you around and he'll introduce you. So the first place he then, from the Red Souk, he lets Marius and Vargo head up to Wakanga's. In fact, he tells you that Vargo, both of you, if you check into the, now I'm going to confuse you here and say the easternmost
That's down the
building.
bottom.
Yeah, the one on the bottom. Remember, the
Yep.
map is on its side.
Mhm.
So if you both move down to the one on the bottom,
Yeah. Where I am now.
you enter through the gates, and an elven gentleman greets you. He looks like a forest elf, he's got darker skin, he's wearing a lot of green. Good day. My name is Seance. Numsi has told me that you are here for some training, of course. If you bear with me, I will just go and speak to the master of the school. And in fact, Valrus, you're with them as well. So the three of you are all there together.
Alright.
So he leaves you there, and then he walks down to the arena where he drops off Yelena and Dusted Coal. And as you enter the arena, Numsi's walking ahead of you, and he starts speaking again in Chultan. You don't understand, but a half-orc stands up, bare-chested. He's wearing a big leather belt that covers his entire stomach, and there's a huge bronze shield in it. He walks over to you. My name is Thok. I understand Numsi tells me you are here for some training. Come with me. I will register you. He tells me Wakanga sent you as well, so I will take you. The 6'6" half-orc leads you to a desk. Takes your details, registers you down. I will be training you. My fee, looking at you, he looks over. Young lady, we will spend 3 days training. It will cost you 250 gold. And he looks at the tabaxi. And you, 4 days, we will be training. 250 gold. I tell you what, seeing as you are friends of Wakanga, let's make it 200 each.
Perfect.
And
Shall I follow the
Dustin is
over?
just gonna nod at Jelana, still sort of like uncomfortable.
You'll
little
be
bit.
fine.
Okay, so he is... Numsi leaves you with them to train for a couple of days, and then he goes off to the Temple of Savaras with Lunan.
Yes.
And he takes you inside the temple and introduces you to one of the priests inside the temple, whose name is Zanatembi. And the priest nods to you and, "Oh, I understand you are looking for a little bit of instruction and a quiet place to commune with your god. We can set aside a portion of the temple for you, and someone will come and help. Might I ask the god that you believe in?"
I believe in most gods, but I worship Ayun.
"Oh, this is fortunate. We have a couple of visitors who come and they also worship Ayun. So, we will put you in one of the rooms which is set up for this deity." "Okay. I believe your stay with us will be for 4 days and it will cost you 200 gold."
I just nod. That sounds excellent. Could I pay half in form of gems?
"Absolutely. No problem."
Then it's decided.
And a person in white robe steps out from the side and leads you to your own personal private room with a tutor should you need it. Then we move back to Wakanga's estate, and the three of you. The elf comes back out, and please follow me. So we have spoken to Wakanga. I understand that he would like some separate rooms for all of you. He has said to me that the fee will be 200 gold.
Okay, understandable. Thank you.
That should suit us. Yes.
Bear in mind, of course, that we will, while you are training, we will pay for any of the paper or the ink or any of the spell components that you require whilst you are training at our expense. The money will cover all of this.
And property damage?
Oh my!
Trust me, the hall that you will be practicing in is warded against any damage.
They all say.
That's what they all say. Okay.
200 gold.
So,
I will pay. Sorry, go ahead.
Just cast Meteor Storm and see what happens.
I would like to pay with gems. Is that okay?
yes. We accept all forms of payment, including your sister.
No, my sister is out of the deal.
You wouldn't want a nasty temper on that one.
So he leads you each to separate parts of the estate and to your own private rooms. And then obviously shows you around. There is a library there that you can use yourselves as well.
Gotta fucking read every book I can before.
I don't want to leave.
Okay.
This place is amazing.
Do you have anything on ancient civilization and forgotten deities?
Certainly, yes. I can show you to the library.
Wonderful.
You can find roughly anything that you need. The library is pretty well stocked, so there shouldn't be a problem at all. He also explains the library storing system to you, the referencing system.
Yeah, I would like to accompany him to the library. Let's see what we can find.
Okay. So, obviously you can train throughout the day. In the evenings, they close the place down for security reasons, so you would need to go and find your own accommodation elsewhere.
Yes, I was thinking in stayed in the Caius House of Repose.
What if someone has mass invisibility? Could just, you know.
Massive visibility.
Stay in the training area, you know. No one has to know.
No one has to know, indeed. Yeah. Have you decided which inn you're going to be staying in?
Probably gonna go through both and see which is cheaper.
I'm going in Kaya. I want my quiet. I want my peace and quiet, man.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, I'll go to the tavern place.
I would like to see both, but Caius speaks strongly to me.
Anyone else?
Just to just go into the Thundering Lizard. Not to scare all the rich people.
So, Akaya's House of Repose is found in a quiet side road near the Red Bazaar. Numsi explains to you that its location is a prime spot for travellers who wish to retire to comfort following a long day of exploring the culture of the port. The inn is a traditional inn, and flying above the doorway is a sleeping eye banner. A variety of patrons are encountered as you look into Kaya's. It contains travellers and restaurateurs and nobles. There is a cocktail bar that is inside there, as well as 2 separate restaurants. Numsi explains to you that the inn was formerly actually a family home of Kaya, and her family built their fortune through trade, and eventually upscaled their home and turned the house that they lived into a tavern, restaurant, and fine dining establishment. They also serve things like afternoon tea. I have got some menus for you if you're interested.
What?
No.
Yeah?
The true selling point.
Yes, please share that with us. Oh my god, I love this. Oh,
Oh, I wonder what Velociraptor's drumsticks are like.
Imagine it's the drumsticks of a Velociraptor. They're fucking enormous. With rice.
So when you go in, the lady that stands at the front desk hands you their price list, which includes accommodation, lodging.
Oh yeah, there.
You can get a fucking bag patch.
Yep. You can even get
what
your...
is
Mm-hmm.
what is stabbing here? Not stabbing, stabling. Okay.
Are you looking at the beard trim?
Stabling,
oh,
yeah.
stabling. Yeah. So
Yes.
if you have
Yeah.
if you have a dinosaur that you want to stable,
Yeah, firstly I understood that I pay for stabbing dinosaurs. That was weird. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, I love this. Yeah.
so
Yeah, stab the dinosaurs, go through the whole cooking process with the chefs.
Start from the farm through to the plate.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
there
get a
is...
discount.
Kaya's seems like quite an upmarket place. The prices are affordable. There are 2 restaurants. At the back is a restaurant Glass House, which is very popular, particularly during the sun. Inside the main area is the big restaurant, which has got 8 indoor tables and 3 booths. There is a theatre as well, where they have certain shows. You can book out the entire theatre if you wanted or not, but there are 8 tables inside there. Kaya's also includes a spa. If you're interested, they've got 2 private spa rooms that you could go to. The kitchen is renowned for its fresh food and its variety and its flavour. Most of the vegetables they serve come from the garden and Kaya's at the back as well, so they have their own garden. It's a 3-story building, and the rooms dominate the 2nd and the 3rd floor, and each room has got a private bathroom and a large comfortable double bed. And at 1 silver piece extra, someone will come up and run your bath and clean your back for you as well. The theatre has got a balcony above it as well, which VIPs tend to use. And while you're standing outside looking at the building, you notice that there are these huge metal urns on the ceiling, which Numsi explains that these are rain catchers. Because it rains quite a bit, the fresh water comes from the sky, so they don't need to pay for it. And there's also a roof terrace which overlooks a corner of the Red Bazaar. So, once you've had your fill and eyed out Kaya's, Numsi then takes you to the Thundering Lizard.
I'm staying in Kaya's.
So the Thundering Lizard has got double doors that open directly onto the Red Bazaar. The atmosphere inside is slightly chaotic. Patrons include a diverse mix of locals and travellers from all over the place. The Thundering Lizard provides a lot of opportunity to absorb the culture of Chult and of the port itself. Many adventurers have been known to visit the Thundering Lizard and spend many a night swapping stories and drinking tons of ale. The establishment itself is a 4-story building. The majority of the top is made up by a tower which houses a single room, which is mainly an open top roof terrace used for meetings. The entrance opens directly into the bar area, and at the back are a set of stairs which leads up to more seating and dining. There is a garden at the back, which also has a pool, which guests can use and relax in the evenings. The Thundering Lizard has a couple of rooms, but the majority are dorms, so shared accommodation which have 5 or 6 beds in them, 1 or 2 which have got bunk beds. I will send you the price list for this Thundering Lizard.
Talk about my wife that way.
Your files are too powerful. No.
Dun dun dun.
If you send me the link, I have Nitro, so I can upload it.
How can I send you the document? Oh wait, mind you, this. Hold on, this document.
How large is it?
Let me just take a snapshot of it. It was 33 megabytes.
That's fucking tiny.
So, the Thundering Lizard. Lodging in a dorm room is a gold piece. There's a honeymoon suite as well. They do offer stabling too, and a couple of other items. You can even buy cigars if you wish. As you can see, the menu itself is very simple. Lunch and dinner are the exact same thing, basically. But they do have banana bread for dessert.
Well, that being the case, yeah. So the Thundering Lizard seems to be the place I want to party in, while the other one is the one I want to sleep in.
Okay. Whilst you have been visiting both of these places, you do notice outside both of the lodgings that there is a notice board. Just so you are aware. The notice board's outside. I need to now see.
I approach. What are those? Oh!
Yeah, there's a notice board with a couple of pins in it, and these appear to be the adverts for guides. couple of guides have added their bits and bobs to the notice board so that you know if they're available for hire.
All right. Oh,
More or less, the cost would be 5 golds per day.
yeah, but it appears that if for some of them, if we aid them in a quest of sorts, we don't have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
At least
That is also, that's the risk you pay, obviously. If you would rather pay your way through, or if you rather want to risk your life for someone else. I mean, that's the deal you're going through, right?
Mm-hmm.
it will be interesting to know. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just perhaps we could meet with a few of them, the ones that are our favorite, and ask them questions if you have concerns.
I mean, if our arcanists want to pack the entire library, there's only one of these that seems to be able to carry it.
We are not carrying an entire library. No way. We're not going on a reading trip. We are going into a jungle.
I mean, I have to read this slowly to make a decision. I can take. Wow. Yeah.
Take what you can carry. Don't bring any more.
Bearing in mind, you don't need a guide right now.
No.
Yep.
I like that they are shitting on each other.
Okay, so you will need to find a place to lay your head for at least 3 nights, and then you've got day 4 meeting with Wakanga. So you've decided on where you want to be sleeping?
Yes.
Yes.
I think if we all want to stay together, I suggest Kaya's house or Repose. But if not, we could stay at separate places.
I'm okay with staying in separate places. That way, we could also hear what people have to say in both places and report each other when we get together.
That's a good idea.
Oh, why doesn't everyone want to stay?
Yes, certainly.
I would like to stay in Kaya's as well.
Same for me.
Mm-hmm. So who's the one that wants to stay in the Thundering Lizard?
That's Dusted. I think Dusted is the only one that volunteers for that.
The Tabaxi on his own.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I mean, it's a risky bet, obviously, but it's also the more funnier thing to do. So sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe you should take him with you. She looks at Rex. He needs a good night out anyway.
Look, Dustin, I'm okay going with you to the Thunderous Lizard. I find it interesting.
Well, then you and I are gonna have a really good night then.
Well, that depends of if you pay the food or not first.
I'm glad I'm safe from that.
You quiet down.
Okay, so after your first day's training, then Dusted and... Is it Vargo?
Yep,
You both head to the Thundering Lizard, yes?
that's correct.
Okay. You walk in through the front door of the Thundering Lizard. In fact, the doors are swing doors that open up into the pub in the middle. The bar stretches out at the far end. There's two serving ladies who are running around with big double pint mugs in hand, serving customers. The place is bustling. There are people leaning over bar tables, chatting. It seems a little bit chaotic inside here. Where are you headed to?
Are you hungry, Dusted?
Well, we might as well eat. That's a good start. But I will also just secure lodgings while I'm at it.
Okay, maybe while you do that, we'll ask the bartender for news and such. I'm actually looking for someone.
You are looking for someone. Okay, so who's going where?
I don't know. Would lodgings be addressed in the bar? I guess so. That's where Dustin is head.
Okay, so you head up to the bar. There is a number of people which are crowded over the bar, so you wait your turn. Sorry, that was...
Patiently, obviously.
Yep. After about 10 minutes or so, finally the lady behind the bar looks up at you and... Yep, what'll it be?
Lodgings, 3 days.
Oh, bless me. Just yourself?
I look back at Marco if I can still see him. He's probably already disappeared into the crowd or something. Yeah, just me.
Okay,
Wait, just pause for a moment. Marco, did you actually want to stay here? I thought you wanted to party here, right?
You will remember that, yes, that is the case. I'm staying with you.
Okay, good. Oh, you are staying here with me?
Yes?
Oh, shit. No, for 2 people then. Sorry.
for 2. Okay.
Yeah.
And what sort of lodgings would you like?
Meals included, room based.
A room. And will you be sharing a double bed?
No.
Oh, so...
Just 2 rooms. Just 2 rooms, please.
Oh, is it 2 rooms with meals included?
Yeah, 3 days.
For 3 days.
For both of them, yeah.
Okay, excellent. So, a room with meals included, 3 days is 3 and 3, double is 6, so that will be 6 gold and 6 silver.
Dustin forks it over as 7 gold pieces, and then ask her to keep the rest.
Oh, generous! And she winks at you.
Yeah.
I like someone who's got some feline charm. Why didn't I show you up to your room then? And she comes up from behind the bar and leads you up a flight of stairs onto a landing which is part of the main bar area overlooking the bottom section, and then turns a corner, leads you up another flight of stairs, and as you get to the top she turns left and left again and opens a door, and this is your accommodation. There are 2 single beds inside. There is a desk, a writing chair, a table, and there is a small door out onto a balcony which overlooks the south side of the bazaar.
Perfect.
Enjoy your stay. My name is Sally. If you need anything, of course, if you want meals to be brought up to you, we accept tips. Otherwise, I'm afraid there is a little bit left if you want me to bring something up for starters. Dinner has been served, but we should have some hadrosaur steaks and sweet potatoes left over if that's what you're interested in.
Let me just find my colleague first, and then I'll come down to you again.
Excellent. All right. Right. Then. Oh, next is. Vargo, you were looking for your colleague, were you?
Do I remember the faces of the people who were in the guides?
Are you going to be looking around for some guides?
No, I'm not. I just want to know if any of those people are inside here. I'm not gonna do anything.
Yes, you know, you do see a couple of people sitting around tables. There is an albino dwarf that looks familiar from one of the bulletin boards. There is another tabaxi. Did you see the two tabaxi? You did not, but you definitely see the dwarf who's missing an arm. He's sitting busy talking, gesticulating with his only arm in the air to two clearly travellers. It looks like he's trying to get some business from them.
Okay, for now, that's all. I just want to... Okay, so this is where we can find him.
Tonight, yes.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Okay. The rest of you then, you make your way through the Red Bazaar through to Kaya's House of Repose. The entrance is somewhat slightly different. As you enter from before, music filters down through the front doors. It's soft and calming music. There's a woman behind the desk who greets you as you come back in again. And oh, I see that you're back again. You've chosen to dine, lodge, or just come for a theatre show this evening. All four of you?
If you wouldn't mind.
Table for four?
I suppose it can't go amiss. We'll be taking lodging for 5 days. Was your training?
4 days was the maximum. No one's
We'll take 5.
Lodgings for 5 evenings?
If you wouldn't mind.
Okay, that will...
Do you want food included, all of you? I'll be buying the cheapest thing on the menu each night. It makes no difference to me anymore.
Well, I mean, if you're getting food included, then food's included, isn't it?
I'm not getting food included, that's the thing.
Ah.
I'll have food included.
Okay.
Same here.
Me too.
So that's 8 gold pieces for food included for 5 nights, and 5 gold pieces for meals not included. If everyone can mark that off on their sheets. Right, well, let me show you. You each have got your own rooms, of course. She takes you up to the 3rd level of the establishment, and there are 8 rooms at the top level, so you have got the 4 in the middle. Please just settle in, and if you are ready to have a meal, why don't you come downstairs with me? I'm sure we can accommodate you with a private booth.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Excellent. So then she leads you down to the main restaurant in the entrance, and you can see there's a couple of patrons. None of them are too crazy, none of them are too wild, but they're all sipping, drinking cocktails, beers, talking quite freely. She leads you to a booth on the side, draws a curtain back and shows you to your table. It's a big, large table, big enough for 8 people, and so I will bring all of the food. I believe only one of you needs to pay for your meal. Have you had a chance to view our menu, sir? She says to Marius.
I've been able to look over it.
All right. In the meantime, I shall bring meals for anyone else. If you would like to just let me know what you are eating, and I will get the chef to whip it all up. I'll give you a moment, shall I?
I'll take the agouti soup. It's the cheapest thing you have.
Mao. Popcorn is, or mango slices.
That won't feed me for a night.
What about some cheese?
I'll stick to the agouti. I still need a meal.
Fair enough. What about the rest of you? All you can eat barbecue?
Sounds good.
I suppose.
Do you have anything that isn't meat?
Yeah, well, of course we have. We have got shrimp. We've got cheese. We've got fruit cake. We have got the agouti soup. Or what about some popcorn? Sun-dried banana and coconut?
I'll try the sun-dried banana. Sun-dried banana. Yeah. I was gonna read that sun-dried banana and coconut. No.
Your meals are paid for, love. I'll bring them all. She gives you a smile and she walks off. Saunters off, I should say. And then she comes back after some time, and she pops down 4 glasses and a big bottle of spiced wine. My bad, sorry, a pitcher of spiced wine. Compliments of the house.
Thank you very much.
Don't think I've ever had a meal like this before.
That doesn't surprise me.
How long are you guys going to be having your meal over here?
I'm eating mine. It immediately tastes like ash. I fucking hate my life.
Still an expensive hotel.
It is. How long are you going to be spending?
Probably an hour or 2, I imagine.
Okay.
20 minutes, no more, no less.
Well, this includes waiting for the food to arrive, unless it's already out.
Yeah, no. Did I stutter?
Okay, so Marius is only going to be in for 20 minutes. Yeah?
Eat my shit. Fucking hate it. Leave. Go up to my room.
It's spicy soup. What do you expect?
I can't taste it.
Have you
Ever
tried
the
holding your
optimist.
nose? So, then, in which case, can I get Lunan, Jarlena, and Velrus? Insight checks, please, from the 3 of you.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
Nice.
So,
I'm too into eating that sun-dried
Alright.
banana.
okay, so Jarlena nothing, but Lunan and Velrus, can you both roll a D100 for me, please? Percentage.
D100?
Yeah, percentage.
Don't.
Not on the quick. Oh, or is it a 2?
That doesn't work. Oh, it's /roll.
84.
56.
Alright, so you're down here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and some small idle chatter comes to you from the people, some of it you can't make out, some of it you can. Lunan, while people are busy talking, you do hear some conversation. You understand that the great god Ubtao once guided the people of Chult, but he tired of their constant warring and abandoned them. Since then, the Chultans have turned to worshipping other gods, some of which were tricksters and deceivers. Other Chultans didn't worship any at all and let the jungle just grow over their cities, and they disappeared from existence. Valrus, while you're busy dining, you also hear some chatter going on. It is told that there are giant snapping turtles in Snapping Turtle Bay. One of them is as big as a house, and the patron who was talking about him has referred to him as King Toba. And what you understood was that King Toba has got gemstones embedded into his turtle shell.
Got a heist job set
Nice
up
job.
for us.
Right, so let's shoot back to the Thundering Lizard, shall we? Let's break into the atmosphere.
Perfect.
So, in the Thundering Lizard are both the two of you, Vargo and Dusted Coal. You've managed to find each other after putting your travelling gear into your room, ventured down, and you've been led to a table which is on the balconied area overlooking the main bar below. The two of you are sitting, and Sally comes over and asks you if you'd like some food, seeing as everything is included. What can I get you?
Can you please serve me a meal that's local? I want to get a taste of Chult, if you want to know what I mean.
Absolutely, yes. And what about you, my fine feline friend?
Oh, let's see. What was it you had earlier? Hadrosaur steak?
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And she whips off, and within a couple of minutes or so, she comes back with your hadrosaur steak and sweet potato, and alongside that, she brings this long, it's almost a half a meter tall ceramic mug, and inside you can smell the honey coming off it, the honeyed mead cider that wafts towards your nostrils. It smells like heaven. And for Vargo, she comes with a plate of three small fish, which have been butterflied open. And as you look at the fish, you notice the fangs on those fish are razor sharp. They've been clipped and placed on the side in a neat little stack. Alongside that, you can see what looks like potato chips. And she's also included a pint mug of some dark, rich ale.
Can I please ask what this beverage is? This drink?
Yes, absolutely. This is Brontosaurus ale. It is made right here in Port Nyanzaru.
They milk it out of them every week.
Oh, Jesus.
What part
Behave
did they milk it
yourself,
out
man.
of? Take a guess.
You're not here. Behave yourself.
If the quippers don't take off your legs when you fall into the ocean, the ale is sure enough to take off your skin.
I will taste that, yeah.
It is also quite thick and rich, and goes down. It almost tastes a bit like licorice. And looking at the fish, you can see what she means when she said the quippers might take off your leg, because from where you come from, these look like piranha, which have been served up onto your plate.
Is it good, DM? Does it taste good?
Yeah, actually, why don't you do me a favor and roll a d20, a taste check.
I was just about to offer to swap. if it wasn't in the That'll make his taste.
13.
13. Yes, it's very spicy. It leaves a fantastic tangy flavour in the back of your throat afterwards as well. If you're into fish, it's a slight meaty fish. Very beautifully done.
Bargo will let 5 silver pieces in the table for later, for when it leaves.
Ooh. How long are you guys going to be sitting in here having a couple of drinks?
I mean, you said I had a half meter, almost tall glass, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's just I don't think I'll empty that in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. So at least an hour.
Okay. And you as well?
Yeah, I mean, I will say 1 hour, one hour and a half, maybe.
Okay.
Yep.
In which case, if you're both here for that length of time, roll an insight check for me, please.
Well then.
So you're both sitting and you're both having your meal, your drinks. Sally
That would
comes
be a
back.
13.
Sally comes back
Okay.
with a top up. Mm-hmm.
One question, and does my role appear in the chat for you?
I've only seen Dusted Cole's roll appear, so no.
Okay, so my rolls are not showing for some reason.
But I did see you roll a 13 earlier.
Yeah, it was a 16 plus 1, correct.
So you got a... Actually, I saw the 17 appear, or the 16. Both of you roll a percentage for me, please.
64.
70.
So you are sitting busy with your meal.
I think Dustin Cole's been drinking too much.
I think so
Yeah,
too.
probably.
And Dusted, while you're busy having this like rich honeyed cider, you start to feel as if you're floating, and you hear somebody talking from down below you. Apparently, bird folk inhabit a monastery that hangs on the side of a plateau many miles up the Oolong River, which is past the Laughing Gorge. The bird folk are holding the last royal heir of Chult as their prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look down and you take a look, you actually recognize the one-armed dwarf, and he's busy telling this to a couple of travelers. Vargo. The table right behind you are discussing their entry into the port. They too had to pay the dragon turtle Arameg a chest of gold and silver. If you wish to set sail from the port, you'll always need to pay treasure to the greedy monster. How much treasure? The person that he seems to be talking to appears to be a skipper of a ship, but apparently you cannot tell. Arameg will only leave you alone once he's satisfied with the amount of treasure that you drop into the ocean, and will remain so until satisfied, or eat the entirety of your ship and crew. It's best to drop as much as possible and quickly.
Alright, I will share that information with Dusted.
Okay. So,
Also, I would like to ask you, Dusted, you are from Chult, correct?
I don't know. I was captured when I was very young, so I have no idea if I'm from here or from anywhere else. I might be from a breeding pen somewhere in Fort. Sorry, now I forget the name.
Fort Kelder.
So what did you say, sir?
Fort Kelder.
Fort Kelder. Thank you. For all I know, so I have no idea.
But have you noticed it that there are a lot of tabaxi here? don't seem to recall seeing as much of your people in other places.
Well, we're curiosity where I come from. So, if you have money, you have one. As a matter of state, it's just like you would have a house cat.
All right.
There is a sort of dismissal of talking about this in the tavern about Dusted. He doesn't want to just speak about it loudly in public.
Yeah, I understood. I will invite Dusted to another cup of what he's drinking.
I don't think Dusted needs more of what he's drinking, to be honest. Oh dear.
Right. Shall we take a 10-minute break?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah?
Sounds good.
Okay. It's 21 past 9, so let's say 10